Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another episode of Warframe Wednesdays. I'm your host with most, as always, Francois 878, and today we are going to be talking about something that is long overdue. It's going to be my analysis and theories of the teaser trailer that we saw at the end of Devstream 94. Now, I'm going to get something out of the way real quick right now. To all the folks who think that this is the Hydroid Prime teaser, or it's any other Prime teaser, or it's some weird thing to do with Hyro, whatever it is, it isn't. I'm sorry. DE is not going to reveal Hydroid Prime at TennoCon Live at the biggest convention of the year for this game. That's just not gonna happen. Alright, Hydroid, Mr. Tentacles is not that important. I'm sorry to the 4 Hydroid mains out there that I've just insulted, but it's just not gonna happen. It's not gonna be a Prime trailer at all. DE just released Oberon. We've got probably 2 months at least before we have to start worrying about that. So, what is it then, is what you're asking. It is Umbra. We are finally, after months and months and months, getting at least the introduction to what Umbra is. And I know what you're thinking, but Francois, how do you know that? I know this pretty much for a fact. I'm solidly 90% sure. Just based on that 45-second trailer, the clues that are in there, it absolutely has got to be Umbra. It can't be anything else, really. Process of elimination pretty much can't be anything else. First clue is the way the daylight transitions to darkness. So it's very quick. It's only a 47-second trailer, but in the beginning of the trailer, it's daylight, and you can see the sun, and about 25 to 30 seconds in, it gets dark all of a sudden. And you can actually start to hear bugs and insects and crickets chirp. And that is, it's too fast for a normal, something normal, a normal setting sun. It doesn't quite go like that. It doesn't set that fast. My theory is that it's a solar eclipse. And I know what you're thinking. Francois, what the hell does a solar eclipse have to do with Umbra? Well, we're dissecting this shit right here. A shadow has 3 different parts. A ant Umbra, a penumbra, and an umbra. An umbra is the middle and the darkest part of a shadow. And if that's what's going on in this trailer, if we're seeing the Umbra of a solar eclipse, that's a very huge clue. Also, interesting little tidbit of real-life knowledge. The next total solar eclipse that will occur in 2017 is the week of August 21st. It's supposed to happen that Monday, but we'll see. So, thematically, to release an update about Umbra on the same week of a total solar eclipse, that would be really fucking cool. Now, obviously, who knows if they're going to actually be able to do that, but if they tease it July 8th, that would give them a month and a half to finish up and push it out. And who knows where they're at on the development cycle, because we know nothing about Umbra right now. We know nothing. What about Excalibur Umbra Prime? I'll get into that in a minute, but we know nothing. It means nothing. The second piece of evidence, and something that is definitely not as far-fetched as everything I just said, the line that Ballas says at the end, "But miracles require sacrifice," is actually an unused line from The War Within. It was a data mined piece of information, and in the data mined, under the in the name tag, it says Umbra flashback in the name. So if Ballast is talking about something related to Umbra, and it was an unused line in War Within, you can bet your sweet ass that that reveal is Umbra. It has to be. They're not gonna... To use... DE knows that we know that it's Umbra. Granted, that could be a... that could be a way to throw us off the scent. Surprise, it's actually Hydroid Prime after all. But no, I don't think... Here's the thing. I don't think DE would do that to us. At the same time, could DE be throwing us off the trail? Yes. Could DE also be cleverly have included that line on purpose so that the people who know about the data mined information know? Also, yes. We don't know. I'm sorry this has turned into such like a completely crazy, psychotic rant. But that's my evidence and my theory that it is in fact Umbra that we're going to be seeing at TennoCon 2017. I also want to talk about what I think Umbra is, because at this point we literally have no idea. The Excalibur Umbra Prime in the Chinese build of the game means nothing. It's not connected to any lore. We shouldn't expect to get Excalibur Umbras and Banshee Umbra and Ash Umbra. We shouldn't expect to get a whole new line of frames at this point. DE has already complained and been very vocal about not wanting too many versions of the same weapon. We have Vandals, Wraiths, Prismas, Primes, everything else. And maybe DE will throw in a whole new line of frames, but I can't really see them doing it. A, where the hell are they gonna put them on the drop tables in the star chart? But B, are they gonna start at Excalibur and go one at a time like all the other frames? Are they gonna release all 30 some odd frames that we have right now, or are they gonna just release an Umbra version of them? And then just release an Umbra version of every vanilla frame that they put out? We don't know. So, my theory on Umbra is that Umbra is actually going to be the rework for the focus system. And it's also going to incorporate those sentient arm cannons and those sentient super weapons that we saw months and months and months ago. I think the focus rework, Umbra, and the sentient super weapons are all connected. I think they're all the same thing, basically. And I think we're going to get introduced to that. This is all conjecture. This is all my crazy made-up theory. Don't take any of it seriously, first and foremost. But I think that Umbra was a project that Ballast had started that hadn't made it to full production yet, as a way to have frames use sentient technology against them. Sentients adapt to the enemies that they're fighting to beat them. I think Ballast took a page out of the Sentient Handbook and was able to start to incorporate sentient technology into the Warframes so that the Warframes could beat the Sentients. But he died or disappeared or whoever, whatever, before he could actually put it into full production. And I have a couple of interesting theories revolving that as well. I think that's why Hun Hao was trying to find and actually did capture and take over Cephalon Suda. Hun Hao knew about the Umbra project and is trying to find it. So he took over the mind of Cephalon Suda, who was a high-ranking, very knowledgeable Orokin official back in the Orokin era, and who might know about something like this. So he took over her mind, and yeah, I know, oh, well, he was going to take over all the sentients. Yeah, but he started with Suda on purpose. And he did that for the expressed reason to try and find Umbra before the Tennos can. Now, I also think that the Stalker is also related to all of this. I think that the Stalker is actually the first Umbra frame. And I know this has been a theory for a while, but it kind of makes sense. If whatever Ballast tried to do to the Stalker through the Umbra program went wrong and went haywire and caused the Stalker or maybe the Tenno controlling the Stalker to go absolutely crazy, maybe, you know, it's all connected. And maybe that's why the Stalker is so anti-Warframes and anti-Tenno, is because he blames his own people for, you know, Ballast is gone, so he's just got to take out his frustration and rage and madness out on whatever he can, which happens to be the Tenno. Now, all of this sounds crazy. And I guess I didn't mention, my theory is for the actual focus rework is that we still have the trees as we see them now, obviously tweaked, but once you get out into the further away you get from, you know, let's say the middle of the focus tree, at a point you get to the Umbra stuff where you can, you know, pick up sentient arm cannons or swords or oh god, even like sentient wings or something. You can fly around. That would be a little bonkers, but maybe, who knows? Any way to make Zephyr more useless than she already is. But you'll need to train in a focus school in order to get access to these new powers and these new abilities, and who knows what they do or what they require. I have no way to know about that. The only thing we know about it is that the miracle will require sacrifice. That's about it. So something's gonna have to happen. But yeah, I think that, you know, each school will have a different sentient super weapon, maybe. So maybe Neromon will have a sword, and Zenerek will maybe have wings, and so on and so forth, so that they all kind of do something a little different. You're like, well, you know, I really want this focus upgrade, but that tree doesn't really have the sentient weapon that I want, and so you kind of have to pick and choose, and who knows? It's gonna be whatever the hell they decide it's gonna be. I'm excited for it. I'm making this video now so that later, when they reveal it, and even if one speck of what I've said today is even remotely close to correct, I'm gonna go nuts. is what's gonna happen. I'm gonna lose my fucking mind. Probably not, though. It's probably all craziness. It's all crazy talk. But I think, you know, we haven't heard, you know, they've been working on a focus system rework forever. They've been working on Umbra forever. We haven't seen the sentient super weapons in ages. Why would they lock all that stuff behind closed doors and not, you know, not be willing to give us anything of any real substance if it wasn't going to be quest related? So, and if the focus system, which the first focus system was quest related, so if the rework is going to be quest related, they have to deliver it in a system. They can't just be like, oh, surprise, lol, here you go. Maybe they will, who knows? I don't. But thank you very much for listening to me ramble for almost 15 minutes, ladies and gentlemen. I appreciate you. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and stay tuned for more lunacy coming very soon. Remember to hit me up for glyph codes as well. If you have not gotten a glyph code from me, I still have plenty of glyph codes. PC, Xbox One, and PS4. Hit me up on Twitter, Facebook, and Discord. Please do not message me on Twitch. Please do not message me on YouTube. I do not check those, and I will not get back to you. It's just not going to happen. Sorry. But until next time, folks, I've been your host of the most, as always, Francois 878, signing off.